Hello, little monsters. Welcome to Paiton's Storybook Theater. Good evening. Welcome to my house. It is I, Paiton Kell, and welcome to Paiton's Storybook Theater. Tonight, I'm going to tell you a tale of the three little pigs. Here it goes. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs. One little pig built a house out of sticks. The second little pig built a house out of straw. And the third little pig built its house out of bricks. But then the big bad wolf came and he knocked on the door. And he said, "Who's there?" And then the big bad wolf went, "Open the door and let me in, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." And then the big bad wolf went, "Well, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." So he blew that house down. And then he went to the second pig's house, which is made out of straw. So he went to the straw pig's house, and then he knocked on the door again. And then the three little pigs, one of the three little pigs, said, "Who's there?" And then the big bad wolf went, "Open the door and let me in, not by the hair of my chin chin chin." Then a huff, puff, "Now blow that house down." So he blew that house down. So he went to the last pig's house, which is the third pig's house, built its house out of bricks. He went there, and then he knocked on the door. He went, and then he said, "Open the door and let me in, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin," or our chinny chin chin. And then he went, "Or I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow the house down." So he huffed and puffed and blew that house down, but he couldn't. He could not blow that house down. So he had an idea. He went up the chimney. Up the chimney he went. And then he went down the chimney, and then the pigs got a plan. They decided to put hot boiling water in there and then fire. And then the big bad wolf came down the chimney, and then the big bad wolf screamed, hollered, howled, and ran and ran and ran and ran and ran around, and then the story was over. The pigs are happy, and then happily ever after. The end. That was one story I read to you. Tune in again, and I will read, and I will tell you 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 stories. See you again on Paiton's Storybook Theater, you little monsters.